Da, 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 da.
All systems functioning within normal parameters.
Back to the Stevie Ray Vaughan, I see.
Well, Dave, we've been so tied up with Halloween that there's nothing much scary about Stevie Ray Vaughan other than how scary talented he is.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's very good.
So, hello, fellow humans. Dave, here are your choices.
Go on. I assume we're doing trivia.
Yeah. Diameter squared times 1/2 base times height, radius squared times, or length times width. If you had the sudden urge to calculate the area of the top side of your Wendy's hamburger patty, which of those formulas would you use?
The top side of my Wendy's hamburger patty. So I'm calculating the diameter of a circle.
The area.
The area of a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that? I think it was the second one. I think. It was
do you mean the third one? Radius squared
radius.
times?
Yeah.
Radius. Yeah.
Yes, radius.
You didn't hear it, but you will later. The buzzer just went off.
Oh.
Sorry, Dave. Wendy's hamburgers are, in fact, not round.
Wendy's hamburgers aren't round?
No, they've never been round.
I can't recall ever eating a Wendy's hamburger. I just assumed hamburger. Are they square?
They are indeed square.
Oh, man. Man, my lack of fast food knowledge killed me. Yeah, I am not a Wendy's. I'll tell you what I order at Wendy's the rare time I go, probably once every 3 to 4 years. Frosty. Frosty and fries I'll accept because I got to say, dip that fries in the Frosty. Salty sweet business going on. It's very good, but I'm not. It's probably been 20 plus years since I've had a burger at Wendy's. And the only thing I remember is that it was cold.
Wow, well, that's unfortunate. Honestly, I find Wendy's burgers to be juicy and more flavorful than the other major burger chains out there.
I gotta say, I'm a BK Lounge bro. That's me.
Really?
Yeah, I like the BK Lounge. It was my first job. I think it's nostalgia. My first job when I was 16. I turned 16 on a Saturday, and then on a Monday I started at Burger King.
Oh, wow.
It was the Burger King on Fort Dix Air Force Base, New Jersey. And it was one of the busiest Burger Kings on the entire East Coast. And that was my first job. Worked there for about a year, a little less than a year and a half, I guess. Then I went to college. So I think it's nostalgia. But I don't even get the burgers. I'm not a huge beef person. I don't like beef very much. I like the original chicken sandwich. That's my jam.
Okay.
Let me tell you the greatest news I've ever gotten from the BK Lounge. They did away with those awful buttered pickles they put out with the new hand-breaded chicken or whatever. They got rid of all that business. We're back to our regular pickles. None of that butter pickles. So now I can go back to ordering pickles on my chicken sandwich and not be super angry about it.
First of all, pickles don't belong on a chicken sandwich.
Highly disagree.
Second of all, buttery pickles are way better tasting than regular pickles.
Disgusting. Well, we gave this friendship a shot.
I'm out. All right,
I hate sweet pickles though. I really do with a burning passion. But back in the day, Burger King pickles are my favorite. When I worked at Burger King, I worked cashier at the drive-thru, and this is pre the days when you typed everything in. So I just had a row of receipts and then an open cash drawer sitting on a table. And as people would come in, I'd grab the next receipt, double check that I had the right order, tell them the total, and then they'd mostly hand me cash. Credit cards actually weren't huge then. I got way more.
Well, they weren't
accepted
accepted at fast food until fairly recently.
We had a credit card machine, but it rarely got used. It was predominantly cash. And so, yeah, I'd go ahead and they gave me that position because I can make change in my head very quickly. You don't have to make change. You just count up. I didn't understand why this was a struggle, but whatever. So... Yep, that was me. I was the guy who put in the order and the guy who did the change. So on slow days, we would do this thing where I would do one accent to take the order, and then they'd pull up to the second window, and I'd do a different accent when I would do the transaction to make them pay, and then I would run to the other window and then hand them their food in a third accent, just to really confuse them.
There you go.
That's a weird thing we used to do when it was super slow.
That is weird.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad job. There was Man, there was this little old Korean woman who could just she made food so fast. The speed at which she could make those Whoppers and Junior Whoppers was absolutely incredible. And she would bring in Korean food on a regular basis. And she'd always bring a little extra for me, like bring me an egg roll, bring me something. It was always so delicious. But yeah, it was actually a shockingly good experience. So BK Lounge out of nostalgia, baby.
Well, Dave, that's what ruined you on meat. That's why you don't like beef today, is because of BK. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Nothing like putting a frozen patty on a conveyor belt, baby.
Frozen patty of what, though? That's the question.
I'm sure that it is beef product.
I'm sure it passes USDA whatever regulations, but what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a music reaction channel, Dave.
Theoretically. It's an ad for the BK Lounge at this moment.
It's time to get back to some Stevie Ray Vaughan. We haven't done some Stevie Ray in a while. And the last couple of songs we've been doing have been kind of upbeat, really, heavy movement songs. So I wanted us to slow down and dig on some blues. So this is your whiskey song, your bourbon song, your smoke a big fat cigar song in the layback. And let's just dig this live performance from Stevie Ray Vaughan from 1985, before you were a thing.
Yeah, well, I will enjoy my Ocelot semi-fermented volcanic tea as we go ahead and move on into this. Here we go. Oh, I gotta turn my headphones up.
And bring the video up for the rest of us. Bam.
Angry dad talking to a boyfriend?
Just yesterday, 'cause I picked up the stitches and I heard every word you say. Why don't you stop? Man, leave my little girl.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, it was.
You better leave. You better leave, my love. Long before I get in mine, 'cause I'm gonna do something wrong.
The soft end.
Oh, ooh. Oh,
I needed that. Did you need that, Dave? I needed
I do like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
that. Yes.
So I will say sometimes. So obviously we can't exactly sit down every single day. Our schedules don't allow us to do that. So we have to record videos in blocks. If you notice,
Yeah.
I'll wear the same shirt for multiple videos, have the same mug for multiple videos. So I appreciate sometimes John will pick out a video that is just like this to end with, that's very little thinking and just all the stanking. And,
Yeah.
I gotta say this nailed it, John. This was a video to end today on for us for our recording session today. Man,
Yeah.
I do like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I couldn't have really even told you barely any more than he was a bluesy guitarist when we started this. I had at least heard of him, but I couldn't name anything he did or I could play.
And
song
we
by
had
him.
a hard time with viewer comments at that time where people like, look, like this guy's never heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Who's never heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan? But
Yeah, I've probably nebulously heard the name, but like I couldn't have told you anything about it. And now it turns out, man, I like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
yes, you do.
That is good. Lyrically, I boring. I don't want to necessarily say boring, but like you can tell that that's not where he's at. Like his skill set is in just creating this incredible experience when it comes to watching him play, listening to him play. The lyrics are there to accentuate his playing. They are not the forefront of this. I think this song's about an angry dad who picked up the extension, which isn't a thing anymore with cell phones. That's not a thing. You can't pick up the other extension and listen into a phone call.
Right.
But it's about an angry dad who picked up an extension and heard, probably the lascivious things being said to his daughter by a male suitor, and got pretty angry about it and was like, "You better leave my little girl alone." And that is the entire song right there. I've summed it up.
Except it's a girlfriend, not a little girl. I'm pretty sure.
Sure, I would have taken it as a father and his daughter, not as a girlfriend. But it could go either way. I don't think the song specifies.
I suppose it could
Little
go either way.
girl makes me feel daughter. If it was just girl, I would say girlfriend.
Okay.
But either way, I think the principle's the same. But it doesn't detract at all from his incredible playing. And then on top of that, I think he used this one even better to accentuate some of the song. He would break and sing the lyric and then come back in with the music. I think this one was more that than most of the few Stevie Ray Vaughan songs I've now heard.
Well, this is originally a Buddy Guy song that Stevie Ray did that cover version of.
Okay.
So it was written by Buddy Guy.
What a name. Hey, buddy, you're my guy.
Well, it's better than his real name, which is George.
I guess.
George Guy. Okay. He's still around, Buddy Guy. He has performed in the beach region of where you and I used to live.
Okay.
So he's been around, this Buddy Guy.
Buddy Guy.
Yeah, Buddy Guy. So he wrote that. Stevie Ray Vaughan was a big fan of Buddy Guys, so it makes sense for him to do a good Buddy Guy blues tune.
I gotta say, absolutely nailed it. Keep the Stevie Ray Vaughan requests coming. That was fun, and I very much look forward to more.
End of recording.